I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, this is Shabai from GMS Denver. And through the Spirit, I'm going to go in on Exodus 3 and start at verse 1. It says, Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of the Most High, even to Horeb. And remember, this is Mount Horeb is the same as Mount Sinai. All right, they're both the same mountain. And pointing out, Moses says he kept the flock because he's a shepherd, right? A shepherd. When a shepherd is someone who cares for the sheep. And it's the same way the prophets were shepherds. Moses was a prophet. And we were shepherds too, because we keep the sheep as well. We feed the sheep, right? Remember Yahushua said, if you love me, feed my sheep, feed my lambs. All right, so just wanted to point that out. Verse 2. And the angel of Yahweh appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. All right, so the angel of the Lord is the chariot. All right, let's get Psalm 104:3. It says, Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, the chariot, the beam coming out of the chariot, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flaming fire. All right, so that's where that fire, it was coming out of a chariot, and the bush wasn't consumed, right? Because it was a divine moment. Exodus 3:3, it says, And Moses said, I will not turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. So Moses was he was shocked and he was astonished that the fire from the chariot wasn't burning the bush. Right? You know, like you take fire to a bush or a tree or any type of wood, and it's just basically going to disintegrate. But that's not what was happening in this. Showing you another, just another example of the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay. Verse 4. And when Yahweh saw that he turned aside to see, the Most High called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. All right, so it's holy ground. And really, one of the other points I wanted to make is the fact that Moses stopped and he was astonished. He was interested. He didn't just walk away and move on, right? He could have done that, but it shows that he was interested. He wanted to learn about what he was seeing, right? So the thing is that's how it is with these people that are, they walk by the camp, and we're basically where we're teaching, that's holy ground. Okay? When we're out there on those camps and we're out there teaching, that's considered holy ground. We have the incense burning. We have the scriptures coming out. We have the prophets reading. And that's holy ground, So most people don't realize that. And that's why you have scoffers, mockers. You got these people, they don't pay no mind. They don't believe that we're the men of the Lord. They don't believe that they're walking on holy ground. Otherwise, you would think that if they knew that, or if they believed that they would treat the Lord's, mouth and servants with some reverence, right? With some respect. So, let's keep reading. It says in verse 5, verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am the Most High of thy father, in the power of Abraham, and the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon the Most High. And again, remember, this is a chariot. If you see a chariot right above a mountain, and a bush is, on fire, but it's not being consumed, this would be a terrifying thing to witness, you see. So that's what it is, man. The Most High, he's that's why it says you're supposed to fear the Most High, right? You have to fear the Most High. It's not just about loving the Most High, it's about fearing the Most High. It doesn't say in the scripture that love is the beginning of wisdom. No, it says the fear of the Most High is the beginning of the wisdom. All right, verse 7. And Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. All right, so that's the same thing here. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai knows the sorrows of spiritual Egypt, the Israelites here in spiritual Egypt. You got our people getting shot down in the streets. You got our people getting deported. You got our people getting oppressed by these Edomites, by the oppressors. And here in spiritual Egypt. So let's read verse 8. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. And the place. Oh shit.